Tottenham 1, Newcastle 2. And before I go any further into this match, Tottenham need to sack ANGE POSTECOGLOU with immediate effect before this season becomes really ugly for them. Trust me on this one. Because the way that they set up against Newcastle, and we know that Newcastle are physical, they are organised, they're very compact from the defence to the midfield. And what do Tottenham do? Be the most unorganised, the most frantic team playing football on God's green earth. There is a problem there. And you can't go toe-to-toe with Newcastle and try to overrun them. They're just going to shut you down. And you saw with the likes of Gordon, with the likes of Isak, with the likes of Murphy, who gave a beautiful slotted through pass towards Isak, obviously for a tap-in. That is what Newcastle do. And Tottenham did not have any answers for them whatsoever. They can play very exciting football. They can play this style of football where sometimes you admire the passing movement. Little 1-2s here and there, give and goes. But ultimately, defences win championships. They are not good defensively. They are open consistently, and a lot of teams are going to have ease breaking Tottenham down. With ease. Trust me on this one. They're not going to win trophies this year. Another trophyless season for Tottenham. They're not going to win anything. And a lot of Tottenham fans, I think, are feeling exactly the same way. And where can they go from here? Who knows? Who knows? If they sack Ange now, then maybe they won't have a chance to win the Carabao Cup, because obviously they have a match coming up and the FA Cup coming up as well, and obviously the heat of the Premier League season. They're going to get injury after injury after injury, especially in January, with the whole amount of games they have to play. And I know they want to win a trophy. And yes, sometimes it is exciting. And sometimes, yes, they can break teams down like they did against Man City and completely destroy them. But when you come up against an organised unit, you're not going to have opportunities to do so. Ange is fully out of his depth by a million miles. And his style does not suit the Premier League by any stretch of the imagination. And Ange needs to change up or try and make his team a bit more organised, or Tottenham and the board, they need to sack this guy right now. I have no allegiance to Tottenham. Believe me, I have no allegiance. Yes, I live down the road from there, but I have no allegiance apart from the radius towards the stadium. And it's a problem where Tottenham cannot win trophies. They need to get an organised manager. They did in Conte, but sometimes the defensive unit and Tottenham fans don't like seeing their team play defensively, but sometimes it gets the job done. And if it gets the job done, they need to secure a manager that's going to produce the results that they want. Yes, they're cheering. Yes, they're constantly cheering. Tottenham fans in the stadium, you can hear it today when they're on the attack consistently. But that's just everything put forward. That's all the players just cramming forward and trying to get a goal. But what happens against a Newcastle side? They will catch you on the counter consistently. It's mad. We saw Liverpool against Tottenham, an absolute a destroying result for Tottenham. 6 goals. 6. Is that where Tottenham are at the moment? This is absolutely disgraceful. They have nothing about them that screams a Premier League winning side. Nothing. Until they get a proper holding midfielder who can screen the back four, a proper holding midfielder. Yes, Basuma can do a job. Yes, he can. But most of the midfielders, you can see, they want to push forward. They need someone there that's going to sit back and take everything that's coming towards them and help out the back line. They need a proper right back. A proper right back. Yes, Jess Spence can play there. Yes, Jess Spence can play either side. But Jess Spence is also another attacking option, more or less. He's decent defensively, but nothing more than that. Same as Udogie. Same as him. Sometimes he can play well defensively, yes, but he's another more attacking wing-back. I know what Postecoglou wants to do. He wants to overrun teams by having bodies forward and having the wing-backs consistently overlap. But, like I said, against Newcastle, you're not going to do that. They put bodies behind the line. They put everything into their defensive work. And it's not going to work for Tottenham against these kind of teams. And a lot of teams in the Premier League, they like to deploy a defensive low block for a reason. Because against Tottenham, okay, come at us. See what you can do. They want to make one extra pass to Tottenham. This is another problem. They could have just shot so many times today. Their shooting is lacking. It's lacking on so many levels. I think there was an interchange where Solanke had the ball, then passed it to Kulusevski, passed it to the outside, and then Reguilon had a shot at the end. What is that? And Reguilon bloody shot it into the throw-in area. That's mad. Absolutely crazy. I don't know. Tottenham are a bad team this season. Yes, they get the jobs done against some of the bigger teams, but they got a North London derby coming up, which is going to be extreme for them. Because, yes, even without Saka, I think Arsenal will carve the hell out of Tottenham. They will carve them open expeditiously. It's a problem for them, this North London derby, even with a weaker Arsenal side. Because they're not gonna break down their back line. They're not going to break down Arsenal's back line. 100% no. It's going to be a crucifixion once again. I think it's going to get ugly because the way that Tottenham are actually gaining momentum, a bad momentum actually, by the way, into the run of games they have, this Northern London derby coming up, problem, big one. And yeah, I just feel sorry for X, you know. he's feeling the heat of it at the moment. As a Tottenham fan, he is not good. He is not good. It's going to be a big problem for him and the rest of the Tottenham fan base. They just don't like it. They don't like until they don't like it. They're watching Tottenham, and every time the team have the ball, the opposition team, they're just fearful it's going to go in. They're fearful that a goal is going to come or a chance or anything remotely that can bypass the keeper. Whoever's playing in goal. Austin, he was decent today. He's decent. He's better than bloody Forster. I can tell you that. But anything that can bypass the keeper, he'll be done in a second. Because they just have no defensive qualities about them whatsoever. I mean, as a unit, individually, yeah, you can say they're decent. But as a unit, they lack. They lack so much authority. They don't command their box properly under set pieces. They don't actually line up properly well. Yes, they push up their line really high, but sometimes, especially with pacey guys like Gordon, like Isak, who can hold off the ball well and get Gordon behind the defensive line and initiate pass immediately, then Tottenham, I tell you what, they are going to be absolutely struggling moving on. And yeah, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. Let's see where Tottenham go from here and where Ange goes from here, because I think the board are feeling the heat at the moment, the way they're racking up these defeats. And they have had some bad ones as well. Ipswich, come on, man. Ipswich, that is awful. Now Newcastle, obviously, a better team, but still, the way they played today, I didn't see anything that warranted a win from them. They didn't deserve nothing from that game. And yes, the handball, whatever it was, Tottenham should still have the ability to play at home with their fans watching them, feel the momentum from that, and actually play some excellent football. When they don't, it's just, they pass nicely, but that's about it pretty much. Yeah, they try to overlap and overrun and trying to get bodies forward, but that leaves them so exposed. It's exposed all the time. If you're an opposition manager, let me put it this way. If you're an opposition manager and you come up against Tottenham, I'd be like, sit back, hit them on the counter. One over the top ball, they're finished. That's what it is. That's how it is. Or you saw Murphy with literally a slotted through ball into the box where Isaac was unmarked. Literally a tap in for him. A tap in. And that's where Tottenham are at the moment. Unfortunately, I cannot say any more about this. All I can say is they need to sack ANGE POSTECOGLOU with immediate effect for them to have any chance of even rescuing this season. Or, alternatively, they just go for the domestic trophies. Try and do something in the Europa League. Go for the domestic trophies. And that's it. That's it. Go for the cup competitions and just restart next season. Restart. Because, yeah, they are hopeless at the moment. They are really hopeless. And I hope they can get out of this slump because, yeah, it's a problem for all the fans of Tottenham. Guys, much appreciated. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this game. And we'll see you next time for another video. It's time to end the stream, Dave. Take care. And we'll see you next time. Take care.